Once, in a quiet little house filled with warmth and gentle sunlight, there lived a mother cat named Ginger. She was not just any cat. Her presence seemed to light up every room she entered, and her story was one of beauty and pride. Ginger's home was a cozy haven with a big sunny window that let in golden rays all day long. The window was her favorite spot, a place where she could watch the world go by and feel the gentle warmth of the sun on her fur. Her absolute favorite thing was basking in the sunlight, stretching out luxuriously as the beams danced across her coat, making her fur shimmer and glow as if sprinkled with stardust. Ginger's fur was truly extraordinary, long, silky, and the color of a perfect autumn sunset. It was a fiery red, streaked with hints of gold and orange, as if she wore the very essence of fall upon her back. She took great pride in her magnificent hair, spending hours each day grooming it with care. Every lick and stroke was a ritual, a way to keep her mane soft, untangled, and gleaming. With her tiny blue brush, Ginger would carefully smooth every strand, making sure not a single hair was out of place. The brush was her treasured tool, and she guarded it as closely as her own reflection. Other cats from the neighborhood would often stop by, drawn by tales of her glorious mane. They'd gather around, their eyes wide with admiration, hoping to catch a glimpse of her radiant fur. "Oh, Ginger, your hair is stunning," they'd meow, their voices full of awe and a touch of envy. Ginger would purr in response, her heart swelling with pride. Her hair was more than just fur. It was her identity, her royal cape, her crown. It made her feel regal, unique, and special among all the cats she knew. She loved the way her mane swished as she walked, the way it glowed in her favorite sunbeam, and how it seemed to catch the light with every graceful step she took. Every morning, Ginger would wake, stretch her long body, and begin her careful grooming routine. It was a peaceful ritual that set the tone for her day. In her sunbeam, the world felt calm and perfect, as if nothing could ever disturb her happiness or her beautiful mane. She'd purr contentedly, feeling beautiful, cherished, and truly special in those golden moments. Ginger believed her lovely, long, fiery red hair would always be with her, a constant source of joy and confidence. It was her pride and joy, her most prized possession, and she treasured it above all else. She couldn't imagine herself without it, nor could she picture a day when her mane wouldn't be the talk of the neighborhood. The sun, the window, and her magnificent mane made every day feel magical, as if she lived in a world made just for her. But sometimes, even the most perfect things can change. And Ginger's story was about to take an unexpected turn. Ginger had a playful kitten named Pip, a ball of gray fluff with curious green eyes. Pip adored his mother and loved chasing her long red tail. To him, it was the best toy in the world. One sunny afternoon, while Ginger napped, Pip discovered the sewing basket. Among the spools and buttons, he found shiny scissors that made a fun snip-snip sound. Pip, thinking it was a game, carried the scissors to his mother's chair. The red waterfall of her hair was too tempting. With a playful wiggle, Pip opened the scissors. Snip! A piece of red fur fell. Pip's eyes widened. He snipped again. Snip! Snip! Red fur drifted down like autumn leaves. Lost in his game, Pip had no idea he was changing everything. He was just a kitten, playing with his mother's most precious treasure. Ginger woke from her nap, feeling lighter than she ever had before, as if something important had slipped away while she slept. The familiar comfort of her dreams faded, replaced by a strange emptiness. She shook her head. Her hair didn't swish. Something was wrong, something she couldn't quite place at first. The sensation was so unfamiliar, it sent a shiver down her spine. Heart pounding, she hurried to the hallway mirror and gasped at the sight before her. Her long, fiery mane was gone, replaced by a short, uneven mess that looked nothing like the glorious fur she once wore with pride. Ginger stared in disbelief, touching the blunt ends of her fur, her paw trembling as she tried to make sense of what had happened. Tears welled up as she saw piles of red fur scattered on the rug, silent witnesses to her loss. Each tuft was a memory, a piece of her identity now lying on the floor. Her crown, her pride, was in tatters, and she felt exposed in a way she never had before. "My hair!" she whispered, heartbroken, her voice barely more than a breath. The words hung in the air, heavy with sorrow. She felt plain, lost, and not herself anymore. The world seemed to have shifted, leaving her behind. Sinking to the floor, she buried her face in her paws and cried, her sobs echoing softly through the quiet house. The sunbeam she loved now seemed to mock her, its warmth unable to reach the ache inside her chest. The cozy house felt empty and cold, as if all the happiness had been swept away with her fur. All her joy had been snipped away, leaving only a hollow ache where her confidence used to be. She wondered if she'd ever feel beautiful again, or if the world would ever see her the same way. The world outside kept moving, but Ginger's world had stopped. She watched life go on, feeling invisible behind the glass. Her identity felt lost with her hair, as if she'd been stripped of the very thing that made her special. She missed the cat she used to be, longing for the days when she felt bold and beautiful. And she didn't know how to move forward, unsure if she could ever find herself again in this new, unfamiliar reflection. Pip watched from behind the curtain, his heart sinking as he saw his mother cry. The room felt colder, quieter, as if the sadness had seeped into every corner. Pip's small body trembled and he wished he could disappear, but he couldn't look away from the pain on her face. He realized the shiny scissors weren't a toy, and his game had hurt her. The glint of metal on the floor now seemed sharp and dangerous, not playful at all. Pip's whiskers drooped as he remembered how he'd batted them around, not knowing the trouble he'd cause. Guilt weighed on him like a stone, heavy and cold in his tiny chest. He curled up tightly, wishing he could turn back time and undo his mistake. He wanted to comfort her, but fear held him back. What if she didn't want him near? What if she was angry? Pip's paws shuffled nervously, torn between his longing to help and his worry that he'd only make things worse. The piles of red fur looked like pieces of his mother's happiness, scattered and lost. Each tuft reminded him of the laughter and warmth that now seemed so far away. Pip felt like a bad kitten. He wondered if his mother would ever forgive him, or if things would always feel this broken. He hadn't meant to break her heart. He just wanted to play, to chase and pounce, but now he saw how much his actions mattered. Slowly, he crept out, ears drooping, tail tucked. Every step felt heavy, but he knew he couldn't hide forever. He saw the soft, beautiful fur on the floor and a tiny idea sparked in his mind. Maybe, just maybe, there was something he could do to help. Maybe he could fix this. Maybe he could make things right, even if he was just a kitten. It was a big idea for a small kitten, but he had to try. His heart beat faster with hope and fear mixed together. He wanted to bring back his mother's smile. Pip gathered his courage, paws trembling but determined, and began to collect the scattered fur. He knew he had to make things right. No matter how small he was, his love for his mother was bigger than any mistake. The sadness in the room was heavy, but hope flickered in Pip's heart. He believed that even the smallest act of kindness could bring back a little light. He looked at the fur, then at his mother. He knew what he had to do. He would do anything to help her feel happy again. Pip's heart swelled with determination. He was determined to try, no matter how hard it seemed. For his mother, Pip would be brave. Pip set out on a mission to make things right. He gathered every clump of red fur into a small cloth bag. Slinging it over his shoulder, he squeezed through the cat flap and ventured into the world. His heart pounded. He'd never gone this far alone. At the bustling market, he found the feline wig shop. The shopkeeper, a fluffy Persian cat, greeted him kindly. Pip placed the bag of fur on the counter and pointed to a beautiful red wig. The Persian cat's eyes widened at the quality of the fur. Understanding Pip's wish, the shopkeeper accepted the fur as payment. He handed Pip a chic short red wig, just like Ginger's old color. Pip's heart soared with hope. He hurried home, clutching the precious wig. He was ready to make amends. Redemption was in his tiny paws. Pip rushed home, nervous and excited, carrying the new wig. He found Ginger still sitting sadly on the floor. "Mama," Pip meowed softly, pushing the wig toward her. "I'm sorry, I wanted to fix it." Ginger saw the love and guilt in her kitten's eyes. She gently stroked his head, her heart warming. Picking up the wig, she tried it on in front of the mirror. The color was perfect, a bold, stylish red bob. Ginger hesitated, then turned to see her reflection. The cat in the mirror looked chic and confident. The new style framed her face, highlighting her green eyes. It was different, but beautiful in its own way. A slow smile spread across her face. She turned to Pip, eyes shining. "Oh my gosh," she whispered. "I love it." Pip's eyes lit up with relief and joy. Ginger felt a spark of happiness return. The sadness began to fade. A new chapter was beginning. Hearing his mother's words, Pip's guilt melted away. He ran to her, and Ginger scooped him into a warm, loving hug. She nuzzled his soft fur, happiness bubbling up inside her. "You're the sweetest kitten in the world," she murmured. Pip purred, "I'm sorry, Mama. I love you." Ginger realized her hair didn't matter. Her kitten did. They hugged for a long time, the sun lighting up Ginger's new hair. The house felt cozy again, filled with love and relief. It was a hug of forgiveness and healing. Ginger looked into Pip's big green eyes, grateful to have him. The haircut disaster had become a gift. She had discovered the true treasure in her life. In the days that followed, Ginger embraced her new look. She strutted around, head held high, her friends amazed by her chic style. "You look so modern," they'd meow. Ginger would smile and wink at Pip, who beamed with pride. She felt bold and refreshed, enjoying more time to play and cuddle with Pip. Morning grooming was replaced by joyful moments together. Ginger realized she'd missed out on simple joys before. Now she cherished every moment with her kitten. Sitting in her favorite sunbeam, Pip curled on her lap. Ginger felt grateful. She stroked her short red hair, loving it, but loving Pip more. The real treasure was the love they shared. She had lost her hair, but gained something far more precious. Ginger was the happiest, most grateful mother cat in the world.